Hello, fellow adventurers. We've just landed in Angola, and we're in the Rwanda province. We've been driving for like 3 frickin' days, about 15, 16 hours. We're gonna visit the Mwila people here, and we heard they like chicken. So we're bringing them a gift. 3 fresh ones. I hope they're hungry.
This adventure is a wild one. We make some mistakes. We dance. And I get invited to a ceremony that I didn't need to see.
It is hard to watch, but it is the way it happens
But
here.
first, let's learn about where we are in the world. If you think your life has been a roller coaster, wait until you hear this brief history of Angola, because this nation has seen some shit. In the 15th century, the Portuguese arrived and basically said, hey, all of this is ours now. And just like that, these 2 countries became entwined in a 400-year-long toxic relationship that was oh so common of these colonialistic times. The Portuguese turned Angola into one of Africa's major sources for the transatlantic slave trade. Over 4 million Angolans were shipped on boats, mostly to Brazil, to be forced to work on sugar, cotton, coffee, and tobacco plantations. This is why both Brazil and Angola speak Portuguese. In 1975, Angola finally had enough of being exploited by Europeans, and 3 different liberation movements started brawling for power. In the meantime, the Cold War was in full swing. The US and Soviet Russia picked sides in this Angolan fight for independence, leading to a bloody 27-year civil war by proxy. In 2002, this all ended, and the Russian-backed party won. Angola was left scarred, battered, and depleted. The total cost of life is estimated to be around $1 million. The modern flag was chosen, inspired by the Soviet sickle and hammer, a machete, and a cogwheel. Just in 2019, the country adopted a visa system that allowed tourists to visit more freely. And then the world closed, making Angola largely undocumented. Until now. After hours of bouncing around the back of a 4x4, we arrive at the Mwila tribe's village.
And we're here. It always takes a few minutes to warm up, just like someone else going into your house. You gotta make friends first. We'll put the cameras down, hang out, maybe start dinner. Check back in a bit. What's up, guys? There's a screen on the back of the camera. Ready? I'm gonna flip you, and you're gonna see. Ready? 3, 2, 1, boom. Hi. No. Mixed feelings about that one.
Kids are always curious. You smile, act like a goofball, and you're in. All things I'm good at.
If I were you, I wouldn't grab the knife that way. I mean, I'm not the expert, but I mean, that's not normally. I mean, I don't want to. I don't want to be a backseat parenter, but no backseat parenting. But I don't feel like that's a good toy.
The Mwila tribes of Angola don't get many guests, and word spreads fast of our arrival. One of the most interesting and iconic parts of the Mwila culture is their intricate hairstyles and jewelry. These dreadlocks are called nontombi and are made of cow dung, mud, and seashells. Their style and arrangement changes depending on the age and marital status of the girl or woman wearing them. The necklaces show how many cows they own. But I'm not the expert. Let's say hello. My first step in breaking the ice is always learning names. Meet Pinga and Kokai.
Pinga, Chindombo. See? Has a lot of cows. It's peso, yeah? Peso, it's heavy.
Peso,
Oh, you strong. No doubt it's heavy. Can I touch it? It's so heavy. Hold on. That's like 20 pounds, man. Because it looks like beads, but it's the same. It's like mud and herbs and also cow dung inside the necklace, so it's a big solid chunk. Can we ask 4 non-tombi? What does it mean? What does 3 non-tombi, 4 non-tombi? And so if there's 2, I believe it's a girl who's going through puberty. She's now a young girl. She hasn't been married. 4 is normal, and then 3 is if the wife has been widowed. The chicken feather, this one. Ohala. Did you eat? And then tick. Yeah, all right.
Speaking of chicken, it looks like ours found some friends. Let's check out the other dinner preparations.
Millets?
But I'm not quite sure. But I do know it'll be made into a porridge for later.
That's a lot of work, though, honestly. Don't hit the sticks. We're turning the grains into flour. Flour's much easier to cook with than the grains. What's not easy is making the flour. Sweating over here in the African sun.
Nearby, another grain called masambala is being ground and boiled to be fermented into a beer called Macau, which we'll try later. Next is the main course. We bring a few of our chickens into a hut, where Pinga, the tribeswoman, shows me how they take care of business. With a twist. Literally.
And then turn. All right, I'm sorry, little guy.
She smiles and nods in approval.
Wait. It's just comme ça, yeah?
I guess I'm a natural at choking a chicken. A few minutes pass, and the deed is done. We then remove the feathers.
It's interesting, right? This is how it used to be done. You were hungry, you had a farm, you lived in a village like this, someone had to kill the animal. And we've become so distanced from that, right? So distanced from seeing all of this. And in that, I think we've lost the respect for it. I think with the act, again, as perhaps difficult it is to see, the respect comes. And you realize life is valuable. And if you make the choice to eat meat, I think that's really important. But tonight, we're gonna have a hell of a party.
Pinga, Kokai, and the other women come together to prepare our feast.
Let me tell you, it is good to be back on the road again. I took a few months off from hardcore expeditions. Well, I say off, but I was getting my skydiving lessons, got a full chest tattoo, saw a crystal skull in Belize, but basically turned down the pace to be able to also wait for the 3rd season of my TV show, which is still postponed for now. Anyway, what I'm saying is when I'm too long in the modern world, this creeping feeling starts to take over my mind, that the world's a dangerous place and I can't possibly leave the comfort of my home, my apartment. But listen, mass media is terrible. Don't listen to it. It convinces you to stay home. It wants to keep you in a box. Stay there, pay your taxes, support the economy. Get the hell out. Go see the world. Every single time I do, I find myself in a place like this with just the bare bone basics, covered in dirt, but happy. And I forget about all the shit that people say I should worry about. I don't watch the news. Do you need to? I really don't think so. You miss the news, you're disinformed. You watch the news, you're misinformed. The world's not a dangerous place. And even myself, Mr. Adventure Travel, Fearless and Far, sometimes succumbs to the messaging I'm trying to put in here. Don't listen to them. Get out there, see for yourself. The world
is kind, and I see that over and over again.
As night falls, we're shown where we'll be spending the night.
It's this. We have some sticks, we got some grass. Some have cow dung, this one does not, but I want to show you inside. Let's go. At first, it's a bit more spacious than you think it would be, right? And we got some, I don't know what creature this is, deer. It's got a hoof. Deer skin maybe, 2, 3, 4 of them. Do they smell? Yeah, they smell. It's okay, we'll be sleeping at the bottom. They also made us a little fire. Check this out. And you'd be surprised how cold it gets here. This morning when we woke up in the town nearby, it was 7 Celsius in Africa, in Angola. And the fire will keep us warm at night.
From inside the hut, we hear the sound of drums. Maybe preparations for the big celebration tomorrow. We go outside and see some of the young boys doing what I'm told is the lizard dance.
Out here in the middle of nowhere. There's no TVs, there's no screens, but there is music. Every corner of this planet, from Canada to Cameroon, there's music and dancing. It is so human, and it's good to be part of it.
Then I show them some of my own moves. Kokai is into it. Maybe I've just found a wife. Dinner is ready, and we gather around the fire to eat.
Oh yeah, that's the best part of the chicken right there. Look, it's got the little T-Rex claw on it and everything. Do you eat the egg? The egg. I eat the egg. Do I eat the leg? Sometimes in places like this. We eat everything. We also have fungi. Fungi. Don't get it wrong. It has many names. Fungi, frou-frou in Congo, ojihima, specifically here, and in Eastern Africa, it's called ugali. It's called ugali. Doesn't matter where it's from, it basically tastes like nothing. We got the 2 mugs of the local beer. We saw it at the market today. We actually saw them grinding it. So cheers, man. Cheers, man. Yo, that's like quite fruity.
It's quite meady almost.
Like mead, yeah.
It's like a more fermented version of it.
Yeah, actually, the funny thing is we've drank some foul things. In Ethiopia, we drank raw cow blood. And I would take this over raw cow blood any single day of the week. What they do is they mix it with the whiskey. We just learned this now. So this is already alcoholic, probably like 5%, about like beer. Whiskey goes in and that basically ends your night. Also, that's how we're gonna end our night. Because tomorrow, we heard there's a celebration happening in the village. We're not quite sure the details. We'll learn them if we're not all too hungover. And you'll see us in the morning. Again, hopefully not too early. Have a good one.
Around the fire, the party continues. But Ben and I head to bed, so we're fresh for tomorrow's mystery celebration.
Flavio, come here. Come in.
How do you sleep, mate? Hey, I'm a strong man.
You have to explain these pajamas you bought us. Where did you get these? We didn't have enough warm clothes. It's freezing here in the desert. And we asked these guys to get us some sleeping material. And he came back with onesies and blankets.
That's this one. Did it help a lot?
It did, yeah. To be honest, it did help a lot.
Yeah.
So, here.
Wow. Yeah.
It did help a lot.
Okay. A little bit like a dinosaur, but yeah. Okay.
And I've got the lemur. Look, I've even got a tail.
Oh, see.
Where's the tail?
Oh.
We
Put some coffee here for you.
Coffee sounds great.
Yeah.
Let us get out of this T-Rex and lemur costume. Get some cameras. And we'll see what's up, all right?
Buen dia. We're told they're waiting for us just outside the village to start the ceremony. So we head over to join the party. It's not much of a party. I'm a bit clueless to what's going on. Then I see some surgical equipment and a few shy young boys from the village, accompanied by their fathers.
This is the boy here. I see. It's rite of passage.
If I was chained, if I was chained, if I was chained, if I was chained, let me be chained to your love. If I was a slave, let me be a slave for the kingdom come. If I was in prison, sentence me for a million years in the glory,
Hell of a way to wake up here in the cold, crisp Angolan countryside. It's a rite of passage for a few of the boys. They're probably between 9 and 14, maybe is the oldest. That's a little bit older generally than what the age that normally happens. Rites of passage are interesting. Generally, I'm a big fan of them, especially for men. Because when does a girl become a woman? When she menstruates maybe, or when she has a child. When does a boy become a man? It's not really as clear. I think it's through hardship and struggle and pain and being able to craft yourself, sharpen yourself like a blade. And then you can come back and you can provide, protect, all of these different things. Here, these boys go through this, and then what happens is they sit in a hut outside of the village for a month. And then they come back to the village healed, and they're given responsibilities. There's a man there now. The child has been rejected. They can have a family. They know what it's like to suffer. That's kind of an important thing for a man. But seeing it's here today, I don't know. I try not to throw stones. I try not to judge. I do agree that men need struggle, but do they need this? The snip snip at 7 a.m. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm a tourist. I try not to judge. It's a big day for these guys. Painful day, but a big one for the whole village.
The fathers begin making the huts where their sons will spend the next 30 days outside of the village. Macau is passed around, the fermented drink we had the night before, and the dancing begins again. We're told that there will be dancing every day this month to honor the journey these boys are now on. Obed, my guide, and I sit down with the village chief and his brother, and they explain to us why they do these rituals. Obed translates it back to me.
They purposely do it when a kid has a conscience already. This is with purpose, because that conscience is very important for the kids to prepare for his future. If you are unconscious like a kid or baby, that means the event has no meaning and there's no way to celebrate that. And those pains are very important because by those pains, surviving the wind, surviving the drought, kids understand that life is not easy. Life is made by pains and hardship. So from there, they will come with confidence to make their family. They come with confidence to make their lives, to resist any kind of hardship.
And just like that, we're back on the road again. What do you think? Make sense?
So, rites of passage, what do you think? Did we cross a line? Where is the line? Should they exist? Let's talk about it in the comments. I'm Mike from Fearless and Far, the most adventurous channel on YouTube. We got Ben on the camera. This trip was done by Obed from Kumbukumbutours, and you don't want to miss this series. It's going to be epic. Later.